Hi, good morning. Welcome to Creative Nation, where creative rules. Creative Nation is a learning institution for creatives and marketing people who wants to be recognized globally. Also, Creative Nation is an authorized distributor of Adobe products. We also do trainings here if you want to be certified for Adobe classes. And then we elevate the status of Filipinos in the world. So aside from learning, we also want to elevate your creativity and let it be featured around the world. Okay. My name is Apple Herminio. Currently, I'm the creative director of Straight Arrow. Straight Arrow is it's an creative outsource, processing outsource, and I'm a visual communicator, a brand builder by profession. I have worked as a creative director in most of the international agencies like Lee Burnett and Ogilvy in Singapore, Middle East, North Africa, and in China. So I am also a certified HubSpot, growth-driven designer, and UX UI certified specialist. Outside work, I also do street photography, and I serve the church as a servant of Christ. So today what we're going to learn is about brand, what it is, logo, why your logo is important, and we'll have a workshop later. But for now, I'd like to know about you, who you are, and tell us something about yourself and what going here. Is there a logo that you see that catches your attention this morning? Ma'am.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay. So is it a startup or?
A startup. Yeah. And going here, I saw Emperador.
Emperador Brandy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Emperador Brandy.
Is
Okay.
it the Coco Martin? I forgot.
Oh.
Or is it Tanduay? Or Emperador? I'm not sure, but the one
It's
with
a drink.
Coco Martin.
Okay, but it's a drink.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a brandy.
It's a brandy. Okay. And you, in what industry is your business?
The sign.
Okay, so you're a design entrepreneur. You have your own small agency.
No, not agency. It's just that I just like to do what people want.
Okay. So maybe later we can explore more about your business. How about you, sir?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Cursor, and I'm an entrepreneur,
Uh-huh.
and I have my business for almost 5 years. And my business is more of I sell creator owned.
Oh, okay. So you're in the retail industry.
Yes, I'm in the
Okay,
retail.
you're in the retail industry. Is there any logo that catch your attention going here?
Then the logo is Quaker.
Quaker.
Yes.
You have brand loyalty.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you, sir?
I'm Jake. I'm a detective,
Oh.
so I'm really out of place here, but I would really like to explore doing business, private investigation for them.
Okay. Nobody is out of place, sir. Because as an investigator, so you plan to set up your own investigative company, right?
Yeah, like a firm, yeah.
Okay. So I hope that today you will be able to learn how to brand your detective agency, and hopefully it will establish your company in the future. Okay. So today, let's start with what's the difference between a brand and a logo. Most of us know what logo is because we see it. But do we really know what brand is? So first, let's study the ecosystem of logo and brand. Okay. Imagine that this is us, the cute little penguin. So the cute little penguin is you, and all you see is the logo. But underneath this massive iceberg is your brand. So brand is the thing that we do not see, but we can feel. Logo is just a piece of your brand. It's something that you see. And the brand is in which your company or your organization is perceived by your target market. So it's more of the experience of your market. Okay? So far, do you have any questions between logo and brand?
Not so far.
None so far. Okay. To further illustrate it, logo identifies the smallest form of your business. It's what people see. Your brand is what people say when you're outside the room. And your identity is the visual aspect that forms your overall brand. Your letterhead, your business cards, the stickers that you have, or anything, the uniform of your employees. These are the visual aspect of your brand. Okay? So, to make it easier for us to digest what logo and brand is, okay, let's start with the inner circle. It's the logo. This is where you ask a competent designer to design your logo. It's later on during the training, we will know why logo is important. So, logo is not just your visual, but it's also the symbol, the color, the font that you're using, the form, the shape. All these things that encompasses your logo is important to build your brand. Brand is the emotion, the behavior, the stories. Like if you go to McDonald's or to Jollibee, the experience as a child when you were 5 years old. Did anyone remembers your first Jollibee experience or the Chicken Joy, the smell of Chicken Joy?
Bida sa'yo.
Bida siya, so that's their tagline.
The slide. I remember the slide.
The slide in McDonald's
Yes.
when you were kids.
Yes.
So you associate McDonald's with playing, right? You don't necessarily, when you think of McDonald's as a 5-year-old kid, you don't think of hamburger, but you think of slides. Okay? So just like also the Chicken Joy of Jollibee. So even if you don't want to eat Chicken Joy, if you smell it, you get hungry. So these are the emotions, the behavior, the expectation, the memories, the stories that you have in you that creates your brand. And then we have your identity, the signages, your message, your tagline, like what you said, the tagline of Jollibee way back maybe 10 years ago.
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so their packaging, like the red packaging of McDonald's or the white and green packaging of Starbucks. So when you see it, you know that it's Starbucks. The TV, video ads, and even the social medias. So these are the things that encompasses your logo and brand ecosystem so that we don't interchange what is brand, what is identity, and what is logo. So far, is there any question? All clear? And anyway, if you have questions, just raise your hand and I'll try to give the floor to you. Okay. To further illustrate, our logo is the very familiar apple with a bite. Sleek, simple, clean. Everyone knows the Apple logo. Their brand is think different. When you think of Apple, you think of innovation. They always innovate with the kind of product they release. The lifestyle. We know that Apple is expensive, but we also know that it is part of our lifestyle. It becomes our gadget. When we go to a meeting, it's different if you have your Apple iPhone or your iPad or even your MacBook Air. Usability, because it's sleek, it's light, cordless, all these things. And of course, the design. The design of Apple is like top-notch. And then identity are the products that they produce that we use. Okay. Another example is a local brand, Orocan. Everybody familiar with Orocan? Okay. So Orocan, it's a plastic product that we have at our home every day. We use it every day. We have the pail, we have dipper, we have plastic chairs, table, and all. So we know the logo of Orocan. So their brand is to provide innovative, valuable, durable plastic products. They offer good quality, they have color options, durable, and affordable. That's their brand. And people perceive Orocan as good quality plastic products made in the Philippines. Their identity is usually they have a product and how the product helps in the organization of the home. So they put it like product in use. When they do their advertising, when they do their billboards, their social media, it's always product in use. Okay. So far, any questions about the logo, the brand, and identity?
No.
So let's dive into what brand is. Okay, brand is the essence and value of your company. How you come across and engage with your customer. So how you talk with your customer. Like Sir Jeff is an investigator. How will he brand his company? Is it more of a serious company or serious and secretive? Or is it more data-driven company? Is it more of a people personality? What kind of investigative company will he build in the future? So branding is very much part when you start your own business. Okay. An effective branding helps companies differentiate. Like everybody sells pizza. We have Shakey's, Papa John's, we have
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut, and
Domino's.
Domino's. There's a lot of brands. But how do you differentiate your pizza and build loyal customer base? That's how we build our brand. Okay. Have you seen the ads and TV commercials of Dove shampoo when they say, "My hair, my say"? Dove differentiated itself from their competitors, Rejoice, Palmolive, to make it more, not just about the hair, not how to make it, to strengthen it, how to make it silky, shiny, no. Dove went into your emotion, that you are in charge of your hair, that you are empowered as a woman. It doesn't matter what cut of hair, if you're curly, blonde, short, long, your hair, your say. So they branded themselves and differentiate themselves from the competitors by involving emotion, not just their product strength, like what their competitors are doing. Okay? Brand is not just a logo or a website or a social media page or your business card. It's an experience. So what we experience when we go to Starbucks is what brand is. It's not just about the green mermaid logo, not just about the couch that they have, the free Wi-Fi, but it's your experience when you're inside Starbucks. Okay? It's the feeling, the sensation that evoke in the customer after being exposed to your brand. Yes. So when you smell your Starbucks, even if you don't see the logo, you feel the brand. Okay? The way they make your coffee, the personalized feeling of being important. They even ask your name. So not all retail shop will ask your name. They have their branded materials. They have mugs. They have different stuffs inside. And then the power of branding of Starbucks. Their logo, what their brand stands, to inspire, nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, one neighborhood at a time. They're everywhere, their specialty drinks, their lifestyle, their luxury. So everybody wants to taste Starbucks, not because of the taste, but because of the experience. So far, this is what brand is. Do you have any questions? Okay. So before we proceed to learning about more about the power of branding, we can take a break for now, and then unless you have questions, so we can take a break. So thank you. So I'll see you in 5 minutes.